the single biggest crisis facing the European Union is the scale of unemployment among young people and the potential of those young people. That means that Europe as a union and the political leadership of the European Union has got to make decisions that will have the single market rise to its potential. Now in Ireland we've got over 1,000 multinationals. One of the single biggest factors of Ireland being an attractive country is the potential of the talent pool that we have. Many leave to get experience. Many leave to work in other places around the world and come back with that experience. So that's an issue that we hope that we will recover all of the jobs that were lost during the economic crisis by 2020, and that's where our medium-term economic strategy and our plan is to maintain the momentum that we've had, to keep to our targets, keep a steady hand on the tiller here, open the doors for business, do not tax work out of existence, give those young people the opportunity to have careers in startups. Our exports are very strong, our line of investment into the country is very strong, but we need now to grow our indigenous economy, and that means further fixing of our banks. We want to eliminate the concept of mortgage distress, which is so important for people, and work through that plan for the next number of years.
Look, you go backwards and forwards to Brussels. There are a number of people in Brussels, including the Commissioner, who've beaten their chest at the beginning of this year and said the Eurozone crisis is a thing of the past. We can declare triumph. When I asked Mr. Draghi at the ECB, he said, I think it's a little premature. What does the Taoiseach say?
Mr. Draghi is right. Europe still has quite a number of challenges to deal with. We are certainly not complacent and will not be complacent in Ireland. We recognise fully the scale of the challenge still facing our people, still facing the government in terms of rectifying our public finances, restructuring our banks, opening the doors of opportunity. Just because we've exited the bailout doesn't mean we still have hills to climb. We have, and many of them are really challenging for our people. But we know we have the capacity to do that. Our people have always been pragmatic, they've always been productive, never afraid of hard work, and I believe that the story of Ireland in the last 3 years is a story we intend to continue for the time ahead.
Sir, what's the message in Davos this year? Do you think that actually the business community gets where we're at in the recovery, or do you think they're negating a lot of the risks still as well? I'm just interested in your interpretation, the conversations you're having around the halls here with the business leaders. Do you think we've got a little bit too complacent on the big risks?
There's no room at all for complacency here. From a European perspective, obviously you've got to look at what the potential of the single market is and of the European Union. There are geopolitical issues that are facing us in the next decade from a European point of view, which need to be focused on. But we also need to look at where the Union is headed, and how small countries and big countries can follow the fundamental principles of why the Union was set up, and that is to work together, big and small together, in the interest of the 500 million population that we had. So that's an issue. Clearly, in the democracies of the European Union, when they return governments, European elections, treaties, all of these things are difficult to get through, but you have to have a vision of the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is that Europe is one of the most important trading blocs on the planet, and we need to realise its potential, and that can happen through courage, clarity, decisiveness and political decisions that matter.